Full Shine 100% Human Hair Halo Extensions. Hi guys, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Melissa and I make videos on luxury, fashion, and beauty. If that is something that you are interested in, then please consider subscribing. So today's video is really exciting because I have never used a halo hair extension until Full Shine Hair decided to collaborate with me and asked me if I would do a video on their hair extension. And I opted for the halo hair extension. So I'm going to share with you guys how I use the halo hair extension. I don't really use it for extra length. I use it more so for extra volume. So the one that I decided to get is only a 12-inch hair extension, and it is a little bit lighter than my natural hair, but it does blend in pretty well. And I'm going to share with you guys how I blend it in. It does come with 2 clips. These are just Velcroed on, so you could take them off or put them on if you want to. You don't have to. I decided to add the clips for extra security. And then it comes with this band here, which is the part that holds it on your head if you don't have the clips in here. It also comes with 2 extra bands. So if your band gets stretched out over time, you have 2 extra bands to use. Now with my halo hair, it did come straight. I have used it a few times just to try it out so I could get a good feel for the hair. It's very, very soft. It looks very shiny. You can't see any damage to the hair. If I actually get a little bit closer with my natural hair, you can see a little bit of dryness, whereas this looks a lot healthier than my hair. So it's very healthy, shiny hair. So this is a good view of what my hair looks like normally. With the halo hair extension, for me particularly, because I don't want it to add very much extra length, I actually like to position this up pretty high on my head, so it just is a little bit longer than my natural hair when my natural hair is curled. But that makes it so that this band isn't very tight on my head. So I will share with you guys what I do here in just 1 minute. So first off, you want to part your hair where you think that you're going to want your halo to fit. So I want mine to fit pretty high up, but I also don't want it to be so high up that you can see the extension band through my hair. So I am just knotting my hair up here, and I'm going to take a little clip that I have right here. And you want to make sure that this is really tight on your hair. So right here, you can see the line between my hair that's pulled up and my hair that's down is pretty, it's very separated. If you don't do that, then the clips are going to pull on both your hair from up here and from down here, which is going to cause some problems in the future. So first of all, I like to unclip my hair and position it in the back of my head. So you can see here, underneath that part, and I'm going to clip it into the bottom portion of my hair. I like to just kind of wiggle it into my hair. I don't really like to tease my hair. If you are comfortable with teasing your hair, definitely tease your hair because it will have a stronger hold. So now that I have it in, you can see my hair is right here, the extension is right here. And then once I have that in there securely on my hair, that's when I like to pull the band forward and pull it and line it up with my part. As you can see, it's not very tight on my head. Let's see if I can get a zoom in for you guys. So it's right here. It's very hidden very well with my hair, but it's not tight on my head. So that's not necessarily what's holding the extension in. It's the clips that are holding the extension in. Then you pull out your hair and you're going to be left with this. So you're going to brush through your hair, brush over that band. The brush does go over it nice and smooth. I just do a gentle brush so I don't catch the clip is right here, so I don't want to catch that. Okay, so what I've learned is usually when I curl my hair, I like to section it off in parts. With this hair, I like it better if I don't section it off in parts. If I section it off in parts, then it kind of separates the hair extension from my actual hair, and I don't want that to happen. So what I've started to do, and what has worked out better for me, is I actually just take my hair and split it into sections this way. So in this hair clump right here, I have some of the extension and some of my natural hair, and we're going to curl these pieces together, trying not to get too big of pieces, and that's going to help to blend in the extension with my hair. So I like to start at the top leave that in for a few seconds, then work my way down, twist again, leave that in for a few seconds, and then down till you get the end. You can see the end is just right there, and get that in there, and then let it go. So you can see here, let me move my hair out of the way. You cannot even tell where the extension ends and where my natural hair ends because we curled it all together instead of separating it. So I'm gonna do another piece, and then I'm gonna speed through this and do it quickly so you guys aren't getting bored. So here again, you see this lighter hair is actually the extension. You can see it's longer here, and the darker hair is my hair. So I've got it all together. You wanna make sure you don't have it like separated in any way. And then I'm going to curl again towards the top. Do one curl, leave it in for a few seconds. I like a lot of volume at the top of my hair. This is why I do it that way. That way the top of the hair is left in longer in the curling iron than the rest of the hair. So you can see I'm just kind of pinching, loosening, going down towards the bottom. Leave it for a few seconds, pull it out, and then let me show you. Whoops. So this was the first curl, this is the second curl. So see how it's all curled together? None of it's separated. By curling each hair in kind of like a strip, that's how you're going to get your hair extension to stay blended in with your natural hair. So again, hair extension, natural hair, pulling it together, and then going over. Okay, so I'm going to speed through this part, and then at the end I will show you what I do to add a little bit of extra volume and make sure that everything is blended together. Okay, so I have the complete back portion of my hair curled. That's the only part that has extension in it because we just used one weft. So with these front pieces, I just wanted to share with you guys, it does look a little choppy if I curl these as much as I curl this back pieces because it'll be short and then long. So what I do is same thing, I separate it into sections, but I leave more space between the curls with my curling iron. So before I was wrapping it just like this time I'm going to leave more space between the two hairs. That's gonna make your curl a little bit longer and less springy, and it makes it so that my curls are a little bit less choppy. So you can see here, see it's still shorter in the front, but if I would have curled it as tight as these curls, it would have been more up here, and I don't necessarily like that look. I want it to kind of go down and frame my face. So we're gonna do the same thing here, leave a portion out, and then just make sure, again, you're just doing a looser curl. So you wanna leave some space between your hair so that the curl isn't quite as tight. You can see there. And then I'm also not leaving it in quite as long. So you see how that curl is nice and loose compared to some of these curls back here that are a little bit tighter. And then of course, we're gonna do the same thing with this one. And then I'm going to repeat all the same steps on the other side and show you guys how I loosen everything up and make sure it all blends here in just a moment. You can see there, nice and loose, not too curly. See how it kind of blends in and goes down instead of just being short and then choppy. Okay, so now that I'm done curling this side, what I like to do is take a hairspray. I just ran out of my hairspray. This is actually a texture spray, but it does have some hold to it. And I like to spray it just a little bit. I don't like too much hairspray in my hair, and I don't like it too crunchy. And then I'm just gonna let it set while I go and curl the other side of my hair. And as you can see here, you can see where the extension is really blotchy, and you can see here where it's already looks pretty blended in just by curling it. I have finished curling both sides of my hair. I went ahead and sprayed the other side, and I'm just gonna let this side sit and cool down. I can feel the heat still on this side, so I want it to be completely cooled down before I do anything else to it. But while that is cooling down, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Full Shine Full Shine hair extensions, because they have these in many different sizes. I believe the shortest size is 12 inches, which is what I got. And you can see here, it's a pretty short length. And depending on where you put it on your head as to how long it's going to end up being on you. They also have a 14 inch, a 16 inch, a 18 inch, a 22 inch, and I believe they go all the way up to a 24 inch. So very long hair extensions. They not only have the halo hair, which is what I have here in my head, but they also have regular hair extensions. I believe they have the tape-in hair extensions. I'm not sure if I saw sewn-in hair extensions on their website or not, but I'm pretty sure I did. They also have regular hair extensions, full sets of regular hair extensions. If you want to add length to your hair, definitely go with a full set of hair extensions. That way you have a nice amount of volume towards the bottom of your hair. Whereas the halo hair extensions, it's just one weft. So you're just going to have a very thin amount at the very bottom of your hair. So you're not really going to want to use that for too much length. You can use it for a little bit of length, especially in the back of your hair, but it's not going to add a lot of volume towards the bottom. So I recommend using the halo for more volume throughout your hair rather than length. So they have tons of different options. They have lots of different colors, you guys. They have, you know, from stark white blonde all the way up to black. They also have highlighted hair, as you guys can see. That's what I put into my hair. They have different shades of highlights. They have some bronzy colors with golden highlights, and then they have the darker, more blonder highlights. So they have a little bit of everything for everybody. So definitely check them out. Their price points are really good. I believe the halo extension that I got, which is very soft, very high luxurious quality, was about $56 if I remember correctly. It was on sale. So definitely look at their hair extensions, you guys. They are really good price at a really good quality. So now that we've had this setting for some time, I could feel that this side has cooled down. It's not warm anymore. This side is a little bit more warmer than this side, so we're going to go through this side first. What I like to do is to actually finger through my hair. I don't like to use a brush, because when I use a brush, it brushes out all my curl, and it also tends to separate my extension from my hair. So I just like to very lightly go through it. And you don't even have to do this step. If you like the really defined curls, then you can just leave it as is. So as you can see, I just barely went through it, and I'm just going to kind of pull it apart. That way the pieces are still together. If you separate it too much, you're going to see the separation from your hair extension from your curl. So once I go through and I kind of see my whole hair and how it looks, I decide whether or not I need a little bit of extra curl. So I still got my curling iron on. So right here, I feel like it's a little bit flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some extra curl towards the top of this piece. And that way I get a little bit more volume up there. You see how it just kind of blended right back in with it? And then I'm gonna do one more piece back here. Try not to do this too much, because if you do, again, you're going to have that kind of a separated look between your hair extension and your natural hair. So I just do it to a couple pieces just to add some volume up top. I don't really curl it towards the bottom, because I want the bottoms to still blend in with the curl down here. So you can see this is what it looked like before I run my fingers through it, and this is what it looks like afterwards. So you will see a little bit more of the hair extension when you run your fingers through it. I just tend to kind of curl them back together with my fingers, and I find that that works just fine. So now we're going to do the same thing to this side. Just lightly go through the bottom, and then I go through the top. And then you just want to see where you need any extra. I like to pull my front pieces out from the rest of the hair. So this side actually looks pretty good. I'll just do one piece just to share with you guys, or show you guys the difference. So here it is normal. See how this one has a little bit of extra twist towards the top, and even these front pieces, that's what I like, to have a little bit of that towards the back. I just can't do too much, because then you can see the difference between the extension and my hair. So leaving this bottom part out, because I want it to blend in with the hair extension. And then you can see it just gave it a little bit of a twist there. So you can do it and play with it as much as you want. I feel like this side definitely blends in better than the other side as far as the bottom goes, but it blends in pretty well. I don't think anybody would know that I have a hair extension in, especially once I pull my hair towards the back and just let the front pieces fall forward. You can't tell at all that I have hair extension in. And here's what it looks like in the back. And you can't see the weft. It feels pretty secure. If you need to, you definitely can put some bobby pins in there to secure it a little bit more, but I don't feel like I need to. I have worn this for 8 hours and it stayed put just perfectly fine. But that is how I do my hair with the Halo hair extension. Be sure to check out the Full Shine hair extensions if you are in the market for a hair extension. Keep in mind, guys, hair extensions aren't just for length. They're for volume. They're for if you want to switch up your color a little bit. This one, by having it just a little bit lighter than my hair, it lightened my hair just a little bit. So there's lots of different uses for hair extensions other than length. So definitely check them out. I will have them linked down below for you guys. I will also have a discount code linked down below for you guys. And before you run off, I'm going to have a video linked here and a video linked here for you to check out next. Bye, guys.